There could be another fight on the governor's hands when it comes to funding the high-speed rail for the Central Valley, and it's coming within his own party. Assembly Speaker Anthony Rendon's office confirming with me this week that he and other key Assembly Democrats are devising a plan to shift billions of dollars away from the bullet train project. Rendon's office says they're looking to redirect $4 to $6 billion to build a better rail system in Los Angeles and San Francisco for greater public value. That's where we start round two with our panel. Let's welcome them back. Don Larson, Mike Dermanuel Jr., and Humberto Gomez Jr. So guys, Humberto, I'm going to start with you because this is very concerning to the Central Valley. If you have key lawmakers on the Democratic side of the party here, isn't this a slap in the face of not only the governor, but what he's decided will be now the bullet train project from Merced to Bakersfield?
I think it's a slap in the face to folks in the Central Valley, particularly when we have 3,000 people working right now. We have 500 small businesses, and particularly that are, disadvantaged neighborhoods that are working or disadvantaged, folks. So what we need to do is basically say, you know what, Governor, you passed a bill for clean water. Everything like that, our Central Valley will not be last anymore. And that's why that was a big voice, and that's why we have some new elected folks, two Latina state senators, two folks that are going to be demanding that the Central Valley should not be left behind. Because if that's the case, then the governor has to hear us. And I think eventually it's going to get through. It's going to get through.
Eventually, because this has been a hot debate. And Mike, I think a lot of people out there watching this are probably wondering, why didn't the State Assembly Speaker, Anthony Rendon, decide to propose this knowing the Olympics are going to come to Los Angeles in 2028? Why wouldn't he propose this when the bullet train is being talked about and when the funds are being talked about? Why wouldn't the sections of the commuter rail in San Francisco be upgraded? Why wouldn't the LA rail system near the freeways be updated aside from a bullet train?
I have no idea. I've been opposed to HSR from day one.
Well, that I know.
But so let's look at it now. We have flyovers built. We have bridges built. I don't like the project at all. I never have. But I really like it a lot less that we might leave those humongous things sitting there with nothing connected to them. So minimally, I'd love to see some track connected to these bridges. If we fold it up after that, I'm good. But this move would be, well, it would be a typical slap in the face from Bay Area and Los Angeles legislators against the Valley. They've been doing it for 35 years. So this really isn't any different than what I've been seeing my entire adult life.
Don, how do you think the governor should react to this?
Well, I think he should listen to what the people in the Valley are saying. I think we're really being taken advantage of. Money that should be spent here in the Valley is being taken away to the two areas that always take the money away from the Valley. Part of the reason we have the problems we have here is that the state has not addressed the needs of the San Joaquin Valley. And we can't leave these constructed buildings or constructed areas as monuments to a failed project. Something has to be done to connect them together and make some value out of them.
And I want to make clear, again, this is a proposal, so nothing has officially been decided. But again, I would assume that the governor is going to listen to the bigger cities. And Humberto, I want to come back to you because, the city of Fresno has said, we want to build the downtown up because the bullet train's supposed to come through. That means private investors, they're going to stay away if that's the case.
But that's not the case right now because the board is saying this will be built. That was a decision that they made 2 weeks ago.
Can you confidently believe
and the
that?
governor has been here.
Yeah, but do you believe
more
it?
than Jerry Brown was in 8 years?
Do you believe it?
I have faith, and yes, I do believe it.
So you believe it?
I believe it because guess what? That's what we demand from our governor, and guess what? He's been here and basically has presented a vision that, guess what? Folks are moving to Fresno. Folks are moving here.
And Mike, you're saying the wool's being pulled over our eyeballs here?
I have absolutely no idea. I just know this. We have these gigantic bridges, and we need to connect some track to them. And then if we want to slow down or divert or do whatever after that, I'm fine. The reason there's no private money in high-speed rail, it's never penciled out from day one. It would never have private money in it. So, it's a big mistake that we should try to fix.
When I mean private investors, I'm talking about shops and apartment buildings that will go around a depot station, and would they stay away?
Well, if the high-speed rail is not going to be developed, they'll definitely stay away. And and there will be no incentive for them to come here. And we have workers working in these projects who will be out of jobs, and we'll be right back at the place we were at the beginning. Something needs to be done, and it can't be left undone.
And it could be a lot of lawsuits. Stick around. We have Sunday Morning Matters Extra to come with these guys a little bit as well. And we'll have much more next with our Tweet of the Week. Stay with us.